Welcome back. It's another episode of Classic Fridays. It's your boy Classic. Back at it one more time. Thank you for following. If you are following, please continue to tune in. We appreciate y'all. Before we get started, I wanted to kind of explain that I'm going to be shortening my part of the show, my portion of the show, a little bit shorter than the usual. The show's running a little too long. We want to get more of the artist and not so much about me. So we're still learning while we get at it. We told you guys from the beginning. We're just getting started. So it's gonna be a lot less of me, a lot more of the artists, a lot more of the creators, a lot more of the things you guys want, which is not necessarily me. So too much talking, I think. So moving forward, we're gonna have a lot less show. So you're gonna notice that the shows will be a little bit shorter, but it's better for you guys. You know what I mean? It's gonna get you everything you need to know, a lot less time. So enjoy. So yeah, we're back at it, man, and I want to get right into it, and I want to start talking about the Billboard. But before I talk about the Billboard top 10, like I'm getting used to doing these days, I want to talk about something that I encountered while I was getting this list for y'all today. That Billboard charges just to get access to like the hip hop and R&B charts and a couple of other ones, which is crazy to me because it's like $10.99 for the lesser package, and then like 16, 17 bucks for the higher package. Like either way, it just seems ridiculous. Like I'm trying to figure out what kind of access they give you, or what's so important that you would pay that kind of money, for access to what I would assume is just a list. I just wanted to get to an idea of where artists are these days so I can present them to you, and I just thought that was kind of absurd. Like it's ridiculous. I can't quite understand why they would charge you. I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna get back to you guys with information on that, and kind of see if there's something that's worth looking up in Billboard that you would need to pay that kind of money. But that's something for later on in the future. But right back to it, I want to get to our top 10 R&B and hip hop list, and kind of just talk about the songs and give you my opinions on them. And I want to get back to the top 10 list and give you my opinions, and kind of just an update on who's where in the hip hop and R&B world. And as of this week, right now, your girl Lizzo is still coming through strong at number one, and she's still number one on the overall chart. So she's out here killing it with True Hurts. Shout outs to Lizzo, props for that. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, so she's probably gonna do some numbers. Little Tecca with Ransom, he continues to stick on the billboards as well. He's been up there for a little bit in the overall charts. I believe he's still in the top 10 as well. But Little Ransom comes in at number 2 on the R&B and hip hop. Number 3 is No Guidance by Chris Brown featuring Drake. I fuck with the song. Y'all know me. Number 4, which I'm kind of glad to see up there, which I'm a big fan of, is Khalid with Talk featuring Disclosure. Love Khalid, love everything he does. He's a dope ass artist, so I'm kind of glad to see him up there. Then you got your boy Post Malone featuring Young Thug with Goodbyes. At number 5, and Post Malone just keeps doing what he does, man. Goodbyes is another dope track. So, and I like Young Thug, so I kind of like that whole little blend they got going on there. And number 6, he's right back at it. Post Malone with Sway Lee and Sunflower. That's a dope song. I can't even lie. I don't get tired of it at all. Like that song is just dope. I kind of like it, so it's cool. It's coming in number 6. And number 7, you got Drake and Rick Ross with Money in the Grave. That's a crowd favorite. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm tired of it yet, but dope song, number 7, coming in. And then your boy is still coming in high after all these weeks. DaBaby with Suge. Suge is still pushing hard. I'm a big DaBaby fan, so I'm good with that. Then you got my favorite, Megan Thee Stallion featuring T.Y. Dolla $ign and Nicki Minaj with Hot Girl Summer. Love me some Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, golly. If I could get to meet him one day, I would love to. Then we got Saweetie rounding out the top 10 with My Type. My Type is still coming in strong. It's been out there for a couple of weeks now. I like that one. That's a dope track. Still not tired of that one either. So I'm good with the top 10. These are all pretty dope tracks. A lot of dope artists. I like the the blend and mix of sounds in here. So I like that. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, we love the comments, we love the feedback, so please get back at us and let us know what's going on. Let us see, what I'm saying? Kind of keep us up to date too. We try to do as much as we can, but we need you guys' input as well. And then I want to move on to the next topic, which is the Latin Grammys, the buzz around the snubs and the lack of inclusion of the reggaeton artists, which is kind of disappointing, I guess, to a lot of the artists. You know, they work hard. You know, the reggaeton market pretty much is number one in the Spanish, you know, world. So, you know, it's kind of almost like they feel disrespected and as they should, I think, personally, not to get too involved with it, but I think they have an argument, you know what I mean, like they do run the Spanish music scene, and they are definitely, you know, very much culture influencers, so I think that matters, I think that comes into play, and I think a lot of the reach, the influence should earn them the respect, whether you like the music or not. So Latin Grammys, they've had a lot of you know, backlash, and you know, nominees are not what people would want it to be. So who knows? We'll see what comes about from this. We'll see if they change it up next year, if they maybe, you know, start trying to be more inclusive. But yeah, like again, I agree. I think the reggaeton artists deserve a few more nominations. I think they were snubbed, so more power to them for speaking out and speaking up, and you know, really taking the power into their hands. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated. If anything, you know, major is to transpire from this, we'll keep you updated. You know, we're gonna keep doing what we do. Okay. So moving on now, we are at my favorite part of the show again, which is the interview, the Q&As. I got my boy Will the Savage with me today, and we're gonna, you know, get to know him, and he's gonna speak on his music and everything he's doing, and keep you involved in what's going on. So let's get to it. Back at it again, folks. Back with another Q&A session with my boy, my partner, my brother, Will the Savage. Thank you for being here. Might not give me your name, but let him know. Tell him who you are and where you're from.
I'm Will the Savage. I'm from Dominican Republic, and just vibing here, representing Miami. You know, taking it a day at a time.
Nice. But you were in New York for a little bit too, right? Tell them a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was in New York for a little bit. By that time I was doing, in New York, I was not doing music at all. I was just, you know, focusing on working, making money, all about that bread, you know. Me and my dad, we started a pool company together, which he's still working on, and to this day, like, if anything happens, I bounce back. but music has always been one of my passions, so I'm gonna stick to it.
Got it. Awesome. Now, tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know, things that you maybe want them to know about you, and what makes you special and unique, I guess, in the music industry and things of that nature.
I would say one of the things that makes me unique is the ability that I have to blend different genres and work with different people. And personally, like me, myself, I do like something I call Spanglish, that I literally like jump from English to Spanish, and like, you know, it's like a different wave that you guys never heard before. So if you're not in that same vibe frequency, you guys not gonna catch it.
So what you're saying is you put Spanish and English in the same song. You're not just going back and forth from.
Correct. In the same song, I just not like, oh, I'm not gonna do like a record in Spanish
and then a record
in English. Yeah, like I blend the two, and like I try to like build that little like movement, kind of like, so people can start doing it a little bit more, because I feel like there's a lot of potential in that market, and like it's something that nobody has tapped into it yet, and possibly we can do something great with it, and let's see what it takes us.
No, for sure. Awesome. Now, what inspired you, or who inspired you? You know, what's the reason you got into the music business, I guess?
A lot of people inspired me, but if I had to say one in particular, Vico C was one of my first inspiration in music when it comes to Latin music and Spanish music. The way he, you know, make a record, the way he jump on a beat, the way he do things, like it's just different than the other guys. Like, and he opened up the doors for many different other artists, like from the Puerto Rican Latin music. If you guys don't know who Vico C is, you can look it up. He should be on all major platforms. But he opened up the doors for like people like Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, and a lot of the young guys that are actually doing like anything that they're doing right now is because he has part of it, like in a sense or in a way. You know what I'm saying?
And how'd you get into, I guess, now doing music? You said you were in New York doing something not music related. How'd you get back into music? What got you here where you are today?
I came back here again, pretty much leaving everything behind, starting over again. I got myself into the music again because I felt like
that was missing?
Yeah, for some point in my life, music was great. Like when I was in the art, we had like a little group. Me and my boys down there got together and like created like what we used to call the Showstar record. We did a couple songs together. We got to sing on different places together, but that died out after I moved all the way over here. And like I couldn't find, like I was very new to the scene and everything music related in the United States, so I couldn't find, or I didn't find somebody that would encourage me to do music again. So it was like, you know what, I gotta move on to different things. So I did, but I regret it. So that's the reason why I'm back.
Good, awesome, man. Good. And what do you think about the music industry, I guess, as a whole now? What do you think about it? And you coming into it, what do you see yourself fitting into the music industry on top of what?
That's a really good question, though. So the music industry right now for me is, I would say, it's kind of like broken in a sense, because for somebody new, it just takes so much work to actually get on the platforms or to an independent artist, like artists like me or people that are just coming up. They don't have an easy way to ease into the business unless they actually get a record deal, or unless they actually get screwed by somebody that will put them on. But hopefully while I'm trying to build, which is like my own little record label, my own little business. That's why I'm not like doing music like these other people, like putting music like crazy out. Because a lot of people, they think like, oh, if I put this project out, or if I put this amount of songs out, I'm gonna make it. Somehow somebody's gonna discover me, and then I'm gonna be one of the top major artists that are on all major platforms. That's not how it happens, because there's an investment behind it, there's a team behind it, and hopefully that's what I'm trying to build for new up-and-coming artists. We relatively have a new company that we started out called Palace Music Group. If you guys don't follow us on the IG, Palace Music Group. Your boy doing the little thing there too. And we're just trying to put something nice and good for the new artists that are coming up, especially from South Florida. If you guys here in South Florida, reach out to Classic. My boy over here is doing his thing. You already know, putting this show together for you guys so you guys can come into the show and, represent what you guys all about. We're going to give you the chance, and we're going to give you the opportunity to be great. So I think that's what is wrong with the industry right now, the lack of opportunities.
Well, and I hear that. Obviously, I've heard a lot of people mention that, but at the same time, I hear a lot of people say that it should be easier now. There's a lot more ways for you as an independent artist to get your music heard. So a lot of people would disagree, and I guess I want to see what your take would be on somebody that does disagree with you, which says it should be easier for you. If you're talented and you can make good music and you know what you want to do, you should have the platform.
I'm actually talk directly to those artists right now. So yes, you definitely have an easy way to actually put your music out there. If you're actually talented enough, you can possibly blow up or maybe be discovered by a big company or whatever. But most of the cases, there's a lot of people that are still working, and you hear this all the time when somebody comes new, like, oh, I've been making music for like 10, 12. Me personally, I've been making music for like 15 years. And until this point that I've opened up myself doors. I'm opening up myself doors that were never open before. So that allows me to actually talk with the way I'm talking right now. But because you got the opportunity or the resources to put your music out there, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be the right music that you that is gonna actually hit masses. You definitely need a team behind it. You definitely need somebody to work with and management. So that's one of the things a lot of people forget. It's not a one-man job to put somebody on the platforms or to put somebody, in front of masses. It has to be a work behind it. Because, if you move together, we move faster. If you move alone, you move slower. That's the problem with a lot of artists right now. They moving alone. They think they know everything. They got to figure it out. They're going to make it. They got their plan. They shoot their plan. They fail. And then they, retreat from music.
Yeah. And I think, based off what you said, I think a lot of artists that aren't talented are the ones that have been doing this for a long time, that have all the resources, have everything in front of them. But let's be honest, not everybody's made for it.
And not everybody put the work that it requires.
No, but that's the thing. You can work harder than the next guy, but if you're not talented, there's a reason for it. And that's what I mean. And the guy that maybe isn't working as hard, maybe has way more talent, but if you're not putting the work in, Same difference, you know. So a lot of people I think would disagree. I think it's all about the right match. Talent with hard work will open up doors. Like you said, maybe it wasn't as easy 15 years ago when you started, but now you were able to open these doors. I think because again, I think the platforms have opened up a bit.
Yeah, and like the platforms realize that there's so much talent out there, and
yeah, so I think we're rewarding hard work more now.
More hard work, correct.
The person that maybe just was lucky that they found that guy that believed in them and then pushed them, while there's more talented people that no matter what resources, how talented, how much hard work.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, due to platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and then other major distributors out there, you get to discover a lot of people. You know, nowadays I can rediscover anybody that might be great and like possibly only have like 3 viewers.
And also, you know, when it comes to the industry, how do you think you fit in now? Based on what you think about it, where do you fit into it? Regardless, and, you know, what do you think? And what do you think you can do? I guess, and what your genre would be? You know, give us a little more of that.
Well, my music right now, like I'm still like. Because look, you never stop developing. Like I said, your craft is always gonna evolve, and like when you collaborate with different people,
at your craft,
correct,
will evolve. A lot of people think you know what you know, and you stick to that one thing, and then it just dies. And
correct.
It's not the way it works. You gotta evolve.
Yeah,
you gotta grow. You gotta become something different as you go on. So I appreciate you mentioning that.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get that.
Correct. So yeah, don't get stuck like in a bubble, like saying like, you know what, my stuff is good because this is what I learned to do. No, try different things. Like, you know, jump, you know, touch different waters and like collaborate with different people, because you never know. You might rediscover that you like to do something different that you never thought about you could do. Yeah. And
everything gets stagnant. So
correct. That's what I'm trying to actually do right now. Like like I said, I'm collaborating with different artists. Sander the Grey is one of them. We did a track together named Tastry, where I was actually. It's funny how that track came to actually be, because he came to with the idea, and he just wanted to like put that verse on the track. So we're like, okay, fine, let's record it. But then I hear the potential. I'm like, yo, we need to do something better with this track. And like I feel like he was missing something. So I sat down with him and like we had the discussion, and he told me like, you know what, you do something on it. So he challenged me literally like, yo, go do something on the track. I'm like, bro, you don't want to do that, because if you challenge me, you know I'm coming with hard. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to just do my little thing. So if you guys haven't heard that track, Tastry is on SoundCloud. Hopefully we're going to be putting that track on all major platforms very soon.
But we are working on getting these other platforms. Obviously, there's certain things we got to go through and
correct.
But we're working on getting a lot of the music we are working on to the platforms.
Which is
the best way to get it to you guys.
Which is the part you guys don't see, the hustle behind the product we present to you guys, and like the final cut, pretty much. Because everything takes production, mixing, engineering. It's a whole team behind everything we do.
And a shit ton of paperwork behind all
and
of
a shit ton of paperwork too. So yeah, we're taking basically care of those little things. But yeah, going back to the track, so we came together. We had fun having, you know, making the track. He did his part, and he challenged me to do mine. So I went and did a Spanish version of what he was doing in a sense. So we kind of like blend the two different styles, because he's a very unique artist. And shout out to you, my boy, by the way. Gray. I love what you're doing with Finesse the God. You guys doing a great job, like coming together and working as a team. And yeah, man, like we're just gonna keep grinding and putting good music for you guys out.
But getting back to the question, tell them about you.
Okay. So yeah, I went sideways a little bit. So me personally, yeah, like I was saying.
You know, tell them about you and your music. What you're going for. What it is that you're trying. How you're trying to reach the people. What is it about your music that makes it special, different, unique? You know, all that good stuff.
So I always trying to innovate. I'm not saying that I'm like different than anybody else out there, because that's not the truth. Like I feel like anybody can do what I do. But the things I do, I try to do it right, and I try to do it we love and care. So I'm just a hard worker guy that, you know, it was just every time he gets on the mic, he's going to put his 100% all the time to give you guys a great product. I learned that from a lot of people that I have worked before. And it's something that I picked up over the years too. When I'm writing something or when I'm doing music, it always comes from like deep place. I always make sure like it can relate to you guys or it can relate to me in a sense. So it's not like I'm always just like putting music that makes no sense. So which a lot of people does nowadays, and I feel like that's why the industry needs people like us in the business, that we can represent something great and something better. Because a lot of the music is like what they say in my country, música reciclable, recyclable music, which is just like the same thing over and over. And we're trying to just do it differently. I don't know if you guys ever heard something like Spanglish mixed together, which is one of the things I'm trying to bring into the market, like always have like that presence of English and Spanish all together, and create like a different sound with that, like trap, R&B, Latin music, and blend those three different cultures together, which is hard to do though. It's not an easy thing to do because you need to have like different backgrounds to actually do something like that, and know how to work with different people too.
No, for sure. For sure. So there you have it, folks. Will the Savage, give them a little information about where they can find your music, where they can hear music now, what's coming out.
So as of now, I have a project called 26 that we're gonna be releasing next month. I'm still getting clearance with my distributor, so stay tuned for that. My IG information is Will the Savage Official. I'm gonna leave it right here for you guys. You can find me on Snapchat, SoundCloud, and Twitter. I'll be tweeting too. And yeah, Will the Savage Official. You can find me on all major platforms. I have 2 songs on all major platforms as of now that you guys can go listen to, which is What Big Ol' Booty and Place of Alligators, which is like a little song that I did for 305, you know, representing the people out here in the community. I did it with this Spanish artist from Dominican Republic named Antonio Monserrede, and it was a great collaboration. So go check that out. It's a great song, has a great vibe to it. It's full Spanish. On What Big Ol' Booty, you can find what I'm telling you guys, which is Spanglish. I did my little thing there, so you'll see what I'm talking about once you actually hear it.
And the Antonio Monserrede he mentioned, fire artist. He's definitely going to be coming out to y'all soon. We're working on a few different things with him too. Great artist, big fan of his. And What Big Ol' Booty is featuring?
Featuring Dobby Soy, another Spanish artist from Dominican Republic, and Aramis. He's another Spanish artist from Dominican Republic.
No, man. No, glad to have you here, bro, again.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the little Q&A session with me, man. Obviously, you guys know we do this every week. Continue to give us comments, continue to give us feedback. We're going to bring more great artists like Will the Savage here. We want to keep you guys, coming out with new artists and new stuff every week. So please give us your feedback, continue to tune in, and we will continue to give you great new music and great new artists. So stay tuned. And there you have it, folks. Another great Q&A session with your boy Will the Savage. I hope you loved it. Continue to give us back feedback. Let us know what you think. Continue to follow. You know where it's at. Will the Savage Official on all social medias and platforms. But before he leaves, he's going to hit you with a great performance. So stay tuned for that.
And now, Will the Savage with Sangre Love.
Ya me cansé de ver que los otros se hagan famosos mientras yo estoy atractivo, sin cuarto meto en el pozo. Estoy esperando que alguien me dé la mano para entonces aprovecharme y quedarme con tú y el brazo. Tengo talento y flow y vine a marcar mi paso. Vine a castigar la radio, tengan su chicotazo. Y aunque mucho le quille, me voy para el estrellato. Me voy a pegar más que un chicle en tus zapatos. Solo esperen y verán, ya me jaldé de tanta mierda. Y me voy a porrar de cuartos de mujer y mucha prenda. Man, ni no te sorprenda cuando no sea tú y sea yo que tenga llena su agenda. Estoy harto de cargar agua, estoy harto de andar en chancleta, estoy harto de estar rimado, estoy harto de hacer cegueta, estoy harto de coger fiao y no tener ni fundamenta. Si no supiste, ven dale y comenta. Estoy harto de cargar agua, estoy harto de andar en chancleta, estoy harto de estar rimado, estoy harto de hacer cegueta, estoy harto de coger fiao y no tener ni fundamenta. Si no supiste, ven, dale y coméntame. Dejalte de ser decente y buscámelo honradamente. Me voy a meter en esta vaina pa' no caer de delincuente. Y al que se mete en el frente lo voy a dejar sin dientes. De tantas pultraciones, esto es lo que da mi mente. Y pa' lo llevo adentro, me corre por la sangre. Cuídese lo que están, voy pa' allá como cantante. Vine a voltear la fila para entonces yo talante. Y voy a tener un hijo con los cuartos para que nunca me falten. Ustedes ya también jugaron mi turno de buscarme. Ya yo exploté, ni el diablo puede pararme. Prepárense la gente, la mala van a escucharme. Yo nací fue para zararme y si caigo vuelvo a pararme. Estoy harto de cargar agua, estoy harto de andar en chancleta. Estoy harto de estar rimado, estoy harto de hacer cegueta. Estoy harto de coger fiao y no tener ninguna menta. Si no supiste, ven, dale y comenta. Estoy harto de cargar agua, estoy harto de andar en chancleta. Estoy harto de estar rimado, estoy harto de hacer cegueta. Estoy harto de coger fiao y no tener ninguna menta. Si no supiste, ven, dale y comenta. Yeah, yeah, dale y comenta. Yeah, Classic Fridays. Yeah. Tú supiste que es lo que venimos todos los días a hacértelo al revés.
And there you go, folks. Another great performance by Will the Savage. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the show. You already know what it is. It's your boy Classic. Continue to follow. Continue to tune in. We're going to have another great show for you next Friday. So continue to watch Classic Fridays, 9 p.m. every Friday. See you then.